Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you my last deck request for the month of July. This one is by the boy Los Solo. Now his request was very challenging. I wasn't able to find a lot of synergy between the cards he required in the deck, but basically he wanted me to use Kalin. He wanted me to use, it had to be a 20 card deck, and he wanted Felgrand Dragon, Tragedy, and Labyrinth of Nightmare. I wasn't able to find anything for those three cards in specific, so I just built a deck sort of around Tragedy. Cards like Pulse Mines, Curse of Anubis, and Windstorm of Itaqua are all good to use with Tragedy. Labyrinth of Nightmare kind of works with it a little bit, but obviously not as good as the other ones. And from then I went, okay, what's a machine deck that I can use with a skill that I have for this character, which I don't have any of the good ones. I don't have one card wonder or anything like that, so I just went Draw Sense Dark, and that's where the Cyber Dark engine came in. So it's a regular Cyber Dark deck. We have 3 edge, 1 horn, 1 keel because he's prismatic, 3 Cyber Dark Cannon, 1 Bacon Saber, 1 Ling Ling, and 2 Cosmic Cyclones to help trigger that skill. Now, believe it or not, there is a little bit of synergy between Felgrand and Cyber Darks. Basically, what you want to do is you want to send Felgrand to the graveyard using Cyber Dark Cannon, and then you immediately just decked in by 1, making your deck that much less likely to brick Omegalo. So that's the build. That's pretty much the best I could do with the cards that I was given. So we're gonna go ahead and show you some replays. But the first replay that I'm gonna show you, it's not even about this deck. I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Super Vegeta. He is a regular in my channel. I see him sometimes in the comments, most of the times on the streams. And I ran into him in the ladder. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you what happened there. So we're going first against Yugi Moto. Grandpa's card, so I know he's running Exodia. I didn't know this at the beginning. I wasn't paying attention, I never saw the skill, so we're just gonna set the Pulse Mines, go for a Cyber Dark Edge, Cyber Dark Cannon play. We're gonna see the backup squad set to, I'm like, okay, now I know it's Exodia. I set the Labyrinth of Nightmare, hit him for 24, and send the Ling Ling to the graveyard. So this card, backup squad, each time you take 1000 or more damage by your opponent's card effect or their monster's attack, draw 1 card for every 1000 damage you took. So you got to draw 2 cards. I was a little bit nervous. I see a lot of cards there. We're gonna go for Cannon again. He activates Defense Draw, which is going to negate the damage my attack would have made. I am able to send a Bacon Saber to the graveyard. And then I see the gift exchange. At this point I'm like, okay, what's happened? So he's gonna gift exchange me. I'm gonna give him Felgrand because I can't do anything with this card anyway. I'm gonna use the Pulse Mines just so that I can summon a monster and have the be able to equip something from the grave. And he gives me the left arm of the Forbidden One. He follows that up with Graceful Tear, giving me a right leg of the Forbidden One. Now I'm still attacking here, and because I'm trying to damage him, to let him draw some more cards. And actually, I was going for the win there. I probably shouldn't have done that, but he goes for Impenetrable Attack. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, there's another gift exchange. That is the 3rd piece of Exodia. I want to see this now. So he Cup of Aces, misses. I get 2 cards. And then I decide to let him know. I'm like, alright man, we're doing this. You get a Pulse Mines, I get another piece of Exodia. You don't have to worry about me attacking you anymore. We see the Graceful Tear there, immediately gives me the head of Exodia. I'm going to switch my monsters into defense mode as a Peace Treaty. He activates Exchange, I take the left leg of the Forbidden One, and we summon Exodia without Yugi Moto. Obliterate. So yeah, this was a screenshot that I sent. One due to the EXODIA, the Forbidden One's effect with Kalin. Pretty cool. Shoutouts to Super Vegeta. That was really fun, man. And now into the actual deck. I'm glad I was using this deck too. Like I was working on a video, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to save that and show you guys. I don't know if I had something in my hands or what, but I rubbed my eye and now they burn a little bit. Alright, here we're going up against Sartorius. We have Bacon Saber in the hand, which is not ideal, but Curse of Anubis and Cosmic Cyclone, not a bad hand by any means. We're gonna see the Ancient Gears, and I had Ancient Gears in the palm of my hand here because all I have to do is chain my Cosmic Cyclone to whatever he tries to use to destroy his face down Gear Town, so we're not worried in the least bit. I'm going to send a Ling Ling after I attack with my Cyber Dark Edge, and now we're getting rid of the back row. I have the Felgren in my deck, so you know what, let's use it. Even though it's not the smart play, I'm going to tribute the Bacon Saber and my Cyber Dark Cannon in order to summon Felgren. Also, this Cosmic Cyclone gave me a little bit of courage, because now I can still take care of this Gear Town if I need to. There's a Bacon Saber that stops me. Wyvern is going to add Ancient Gear Fortress. Again, we're ready with the Cosmic Cyclone, but I was expecting the double Cyclone. It never came. We pick up a Cyber Dark Heal, and that's the game. Felgren delivering the finishing blow. Feels good, man. He is useful in this deck, despite of what it might look like. Alright, next we have a Crowler. And I don't remember what this was. Oh, this is Cyber Angels, that's right. So we do have Windstorm, we do have Curse of Anubis, we have pretty good defensive cards. I'm gonna search the Cyber Dark Edge and just go ahead and destroy that. Actually, I attack directly here. Yeah, I attack directly because I figure I have enough cards to keep protecting my monster. So I can just poke directly right now. I also was able to send the Ling Ling, so even if he Dakinis and I lose my Cyber Dark Edge, I still have, you know, Cyber Dark Horn. I could search a second Cyber Dark Edge, but my opponent decides to just scoop it up. Even though he didn't even know, I probably had the answers to whatever he was gonna try to do. But you know, we take those. We take those when I'm taking on this deck request, this ruthless deck requests. But at least I get to relax for like 4 days before I have to start on next month's request. Alright, so we're going up against another Kalin. Pulse Mines, really good. Ling Ling, not so good in the hand. But we're just going to go for the regular Cyber Dark Edge. Set the Pulse Mines. Going up against Mermails. He's going to be able to destroy my Cyber Dark Edge here, so I have to activate my Pulse Mines. And at least I know that I'm not losing this turn. He goes for double set. We have a Tragedy, so I'm just going to summon Keel. Send the Bacon Saber to kind of ensure I don't die. We're going to see double Abyss Sphere, which is not great. Abyss Spike is going to send a Marksman. Marksman destroys my Tragedy, but he's going to be able to get an Abyss lead at the end phase. Now, he misplayed here, and it's a common misplay. Mermail Abyss lead can send a, what does it say? A face-up attack position Mermail monster to send a random card from the opponent's hand to the graveyard. Most people forget that it has to be a Mermail monster because the Abyss Megaload only requires a water monster to be sent. So he was trying to send the heavy infantry and destroy my monster while getting rid of a card. Instead, he just switched the position of his Abyss lead to defense mode. So, just in case you were wondering why that looks so confusing, either way, I was gonna be okay because I had the Bacon Saber that he was gonna try to attack me with. So we're gonna see an Abyss Spike. send an Abby's what is it, Gunday to the graveyard. Yeah, Abby's Gunday to the graveyard. There's the Bacon Saber that would have saved me last turn, so he just suicides into my Cyber Dark kill. So we got a nice flex going, and you got to see the synergy of Cyber Dark Cannon sending that Felgrand to the graveyard. Alright, and last we have a Jack Atlas. And this was an interesting deck. I'm a little sad I didn't really get to see what he was going for. But nevertheless, I really like the deck this man was playing. So we have a Pulse Mines. We're gonna see Whitefish Salvage. Never seen this card in my life. You can target one fish type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Whitefish Salvage once per turn. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, take one fish type monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. So a pretty good card. I'm gonna set the Tragedy and just attack directly. I don't want to mess with the monster. My plan is to go Pulse Mines Tragedy on a threatening board. He's gonna suicide here with the Nimble Sunfish. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, send one fish type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can special summon one Nimble Sunfish from your deck. So he's going to send something to the graveyard and special summon. His plan is to synchro, possibly into that one water monster. When I try to win the game here, he does however have a World Legacy Clash, so he survives with 300 life. Whitefish Salvage is going to add the card he sent to the graveyard, Royal Swamp Eel. This card is used as Synchro Material Monster. All the other Synchro Material Monsters must be fish type. So it's a level 4. I'm gonna activate Pulse Mines, go for the Tragedy. He has double World Legacy Clash, so he's able to protect both his monsters. But that's fine because I have another Cyber Dark. I could have gone into Felgrand right here, but that would have been not smart because I wasn't gonna win the game that way. So we just go for the Cyber Dark kill, and we get the scoop right there. So there you go. This is the last request of the month. Yeah, it was a fun month. We had some fun requests. We had some strange requests. But I still want to thank all my members for supporting me and continuing this trend of, you know, deck requesting and whatnot. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along my PayPal link, if you guys want to support my channel, support my content, I really appreciate that. And until next time.